Hey, thanks for clicking this video. Please give me recognition. If you're an ETO player, then the video title speaks for itself. If you're not an ETO player, let me explain. Eternal powers of Delta BT digital Tommy game roblox and a shit ton of controversy happened, and I'm not getting internet in hand. Why did I bring it up? Just watch this guy's video. Remorseless is a level of difficulty. Remorseless is also the hardest difficulty on a console machine tier. The tower is a 10 floor building roblox, with each floor taking up a 100 by 100 by 100 tons of volume. This makes it 1 billion cubic tons in volume. 10 billion cubic tons if you include the other 9 floors. It can be ascension-based, it can be descension-based, or it can be half and it can be 3D web. Sometimes the tower isn't a tower, and it can be shorter like a Steeple, or longer like a Citadel, or a harvest, or a ToDDD tower. Still think the tower. Look at this kid then. And lastly, the fleet of video confirmed it when we finally finish tower 2 haven't seen it yet. Now that some of you non-Roblox playing folks understand the terms, it's time for me to commentate about these towers, and also give them a rating. Citadel of Pyramid-esque copies is a pretty solid Citadel. It speaks for itself. It's a Pyramid-esque copies. Very mind-blowing. While I think the gameplay isn't surprising for me, it's well made for 2023, especially for being hosted by the same person who made Tower of Battling Barricades. The gameplay also varies per character introduced in this Citadel, so it gets creativity points. The design is also perfect. Pyramid-esque copies. More creativity points. I thoroughly enjoyed this Citadel, while being unfitting for Zone 8. It still has a positive opinion from the community, but would I replay this tower? Probably not. I have nothing else to say. Here are the verdicts. You know, it's kinda weird that I actually like this tower. Not really though. I don't know why, but I like these long jumps. Maybe it's the dopamine of pulling it off successfully, but I don't care. Granted, the gameplay is made for Ring 5 standards, and it's overly reliant with long jumps. Half of this tower is just long jumps, and nothing else, but I kind of like the design. It's a bunch of fractured obstacles. It did not lie. I did get fractured obstacles. The worst part in my opinion in this tower is floor 10 are the tightropes to mini challenges. I do not trust these. I literally jumped on a different platform after completing the last challenge. And oddly enough, I would probably redo this tower again. Anyways, here's my verdict on this tower. Honestly, I don't like this tower as much as everyone else. Maybe it's just floor 10 ruining my overall enjoyment of this tower. Yeah, I hate the pre-final stretch of floor 10. As for everything else, the gameplay is quite creative. Sure, most of it is over the point, but I mean some intense or remorseless towers in later zones are already extremely punishing, so I can't complain that much. As for the main custom mechanic in this tower, it's really creative. Shrinking, healing, freezing time, shooting balls, superposition. This tower did put these power laws into good use, especially the mechanic where the turret bullet turns into a floating sphere that you can walk on. Too bad it's only being used twice. Now for the design. The frame is wacky as hell, but still pretty cool. But would I redo this tower? Having to endure more punishing sections, and floor 10? Hell no. Still a glow up after making ToDDD. What the fuck? Here's my verdict. How hard is it to make good remorseless gameplay? It's just one difficulty after intense. This tower is mid. Even below it. The gameplay wasn't anything that special, and why are the harder parts so damn punishing? How dare you make this inside box section be certain death if you fall? The design wasn't anything that special either, especially this stupid fucking bear. What are you yapping about? I just want to beat this tower. I didn't look at the dialogue, because I care more about not being sent back to floor 9B, but yeah, the boss dialogue was pretty cringe. I've been quite negative with this tower, so I'll start giving it positive remarks. I guess it's kind of creative with the gameplay. That's my only compliment. I did not enjoy this tower at all. No way in hell I'm repeating this. I didn't enjoy the first half, because it was basically loop fail central. Thank God this 8-button outside section is added. Imagine how painful it would be if it doesn't have one. I don't think this tower even has button progress to skip that section. However, I would say that the tower gets fun at the second half of it, especially with these elevator ladder sections. They're neat. They're also all netted, if I recall. I love it when towers net sections with gameplay most people haven't experienced yet. I like the use of these elevator platforms. It's quite creative, and floor 10 outside and roof are fully netted, I think. So this made this tower less stressful for me. I wouldn't want to repeat this tower, but it was a pretty neat experience. There's nothing much about the design though, so here's my opinion with this tower. I can't really talk much about the gameplay aside from my problem of floor 9 being completely punishing, while also having the hardest raw gameplay compared to everything else in the tower, which I don't have much of a problem despite failing the floor twice. It's just slightly above subpar quality gameplay, and at least I didn't fail the final stretch. Now for the design, what kind of mountain looks like this? One triangular structure. Branded it in Roblox, but that shit would topple over like Lego in real life. What were you thinking of building Parker on that unstable ass mountain, Cameron? Do you have a comical large crane or something? At least your gameplay is sort of creative, but looks can be deceiving from behind. Just like this avatar I'm wearing, the hair is so thick, and the backwards cap made it look like shit. I need to get better hair. The tower name lied, though I can clearly return back down with this conveniently located helicopter with a rope. The tower was a somewhat fun experience, and I would play this again. Not going to repeat, just play it again. Anyways, here's the verdicts. You know what this tower has in common with Tower of Thinning Layers? They get progressively thinner, but you know what's the difference between the two? Thinning Layers has fun gameplay, and this Citadel doesn't. I had a terrible experience with this Citadel, even when my total playtime of this was only like 4 hours. The gameplay wasn't even that special. The hook orbs added nothing honestly. Combined with the fact that some parts are unnecessarily punishing, I real hated that 8-button hunt floor. I also hate the rising insta-kill section in floor raiding. Why the fuck would you put that there when I did so much bullshit already? I hate long punishing on SC towers that are like this. making the late floors and final stretch be real punishing, except ToFCB because it's my goat. As for the design, it's just the frame getting thinner and thinner, that's literally it. The only parts I like is the funny lemonade guy and the cat button. This tower can just be thrown straight to hell. It should've just stayed in a toes ring too. Hell, why didn't the replacement Citadel get in this zone? I haven't beaten it and it still has soft locks, but I still had a better experience in COR more than CoIC. Yeah, got nothing else to say. I'm not going to repeat CoIC anytime soon. Why does this even have a secret ending? Here's my opinion with this Citadel. You can't change my mind that this is just ToNR. If Macro focused a bit more with the design and sacrificed the gameplay length. Speaking of gameplay, it's pretty good. Not saying it's the best, but it's great. My only main issue with the gameplay is the final act. I mean, the tower is punishing and all, but I'm not complaining about the punishment as a whole. It's the tight timer. I mean, yeah, you're meant to be in a tight situation where even one fall would create effect or even end your run. I pray for tower rush grinders to not fall off, but the last floor is really stress-inducing, especially when falling once on a net would greatly reduce your time to be able to reach to the end. I rocked it hard with this run that you're looking at. The timer didn't even show up by the time I reached the peak of the time. Granted, I had other multiple failed runs of the final stretch, half being falling off and the other not having enough time, but I don't care anymore, at least I beat it. My other problem with the gameplay is the unskippable dialogue. Granted, it's a store-based sub-realm, but I'm restarting this tower multiple times, just let me skip. And what are you yapping about when you reach the top of the mountain? Just fall off to this. The kinetic energy gets absorbed by the bouncer and you live. Now for the design, it's well made, it's a cool looking mountain, it looks good, but did I enjoy this steeple? Not really, I have terrible nerve control, I don't want to repeat this steeple, not saying it's bad, it's a pretty good tower, there's nothing much to talk about this steeple, but there's one more problem I'm going to talk about regarding this steeple. Why the fuck did this get last place? You're telling me this arcane area ass tower got 14th place. You're telling me this boring ass loop failing steeple got in first place. What is the staff team smoking? Anyways, here are the opinions of this steeple. And to wrap off this video, we got this abomination. It sucks so much even Macro, the creator of this hated it. It's way more punishing than no return, and is slightly more difficult, and utilizes more client objects than ToNR, which is pretty creative and all for having different gameplay choices than the other tower, but I still didn't enjoy it. Safe to say I had a pretty shitty experience with this tower, but it's kinda my fault for having a skill issue. The floors I worried about the most are floors 5 and 10, since floor 5 has 0 safety nets, falling would pretty much end your run, and floor 10 outside sections straight up killing your run after doing all of that. I took 3 clips of this tower, first one failing because I suck. Second one failing, yet I don't think it's even my fault. I need to rush it after all. I hate flat siding. Third one skips every other gameplay because I'm not risking it anymore. Also, since when was there a fire in the whole sound effect? I didn't even edit that in. I don't like the fact that the softlock floors I mentioned earlier don't even compensate with the difficulty. Hell, they were harder than the gameplay in edit floors. Yeah, that's pretty much it about the gameplay. Really punishing peak Remorseless tower. Now for the design, it's classic, it's made, but I can't get too mad. Macro is the embodiment given tough gameplay over design in ToF building after all. The design in ToVITE wasn't anything special, and no, I didn't enjoy this tower. Fuck this, I'm not repeating it. Here's the verdicts. Goodbye.